I'm Patrick Gunn. I'm the General Manager of Rocket Software for Europe, Middle East and Africa. So Rocket Software is an enterprise software company focused on helping our customers modernize without disruption. So we help customers who have legacy systems who are looking to potentially move to the cloud or move to a hybrid environment, and we help them do that in a secure manner so that they're enabled to be able to reduce the risk and complexity of that modernization. So specifically, my role is to run the go-to-market functions for Rocket Software in EMEA. That means everything from where a customer engages with us on a project to start, right the way through to where they successfully finish that project, and then the ongoing relationship development and looking at new solutions for the customers as we grow. What we see from a lot of our customers is complexity is the biggest challenge. They want to modernize, they want to be able to adopt the new technologies, be it AI, be it new DevOps technologies, or be it a move to the cloud to be able to kind of reduce costs and get some flexibility. The challenge is, how do they do that in a secure way that enables them to not have the business disrupted? And that's really what we're about, is helping our customers do that. Compliance is a big part, and as we know, most of our customers are operating in a regulated world, be that financial services, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, wherever it might be. One of the biggest things that hits Europe particularly is DORA, and that regulation is really about, can you prove to the regulator that you have control over your processes, control over your technology, security around all of those areas, so that there won't be an impact from a technology point of view on the business. And so DORA is one of the big areas where customers are constantly challenged, and again, where we help them to be able to meet that regulation. What we see is the big trends in the marketplace that are driving things right now. And with London Tech Week, I'm sure you've heard it from a lot of other people, AI is one of the biggest areas. And for companies to understand, how do we adopt AI? How do we make it actually add value to our business, as opposed to just a thing that we think we should do? When we talk to customers, we have introduced AI into our technologies to help them do that. But it really is around, how can they do that in a way that adds value to their business, and how do we do that in a secure way? So that really is a big trend that we see driving the market right now. So I think the key to a successful deployment is firstly aligning around what the business challenge is that you're trying to solve, and then look at the proven technologies and the proven partners that you can work with who can deliver against that. And I think if you get those two pieces right and you have the objective there clearly about what you're trying to do, we see most of our customers will be hugely successful as a result of that, because we have the proven track record. We've been able to show that we can deliver that, but we're also very, very focused on what is it they're trying to achieve, what's the outcome, and make sure that we're going through the milestones of that as we go through that. And we have partners that also help to integrate other parts of the technology or other parts of the business processes for our customers as well. We had a bank, for instance, who service about 6 million customers, and associated to that would be about 130 million documents. So if you can imagine, you've probably done banking yourself, you're filling forms out, you're filling applications out, all of those documents have to be stored for regulatory reasons. Now, this bank was looking to basically move from their legacy mainframe environment and wanted to put this data in the cloud, in this case AWS. So we were able to help them to move the application into the cloud, but also to move the data into the cloud. And as I said, about 130 million records of unstructured data, and we were able to help them do that in weeks. So that was a really interesting case. Another company, which was an insurance company, who were in the process of moving again from a legacy environment to the cloud, but there's a point where there's a switchover, and that's a very challenging time for an organization. And one of the things you have to be certain is the data going to be able to be replicated across both environments during that switchover. So again, we're helping them to synchronize that data, to make sure that data is present in both areas so that there's no risk essentially around that migration. We also have another highly regulated industry customer who are very big in KICS. KICS is a mainframe legacy environment, one that a lot of people have built their businesses around. In this particular case, the customer wanted to modernize and do some automation because it was taking them weeks, if not in some cases months, to be able to find problems through the KICS infrastructure. With our solutions, we were able to reduce that to minutes. So you can imagine the knock-on effect of that in terms of being able to release those resources to be able to do other things within their organization. From an agility point of view, cloud is where most people are looking at. How can we move some processes or some applications to cloud? In most cases, the legacy environment still remains because it is running the main system of record for the business, but you want to be able to take advantage of things like cloud and the agility that brings. So we have a whole area of hybrid solutions that enable people to operate in both environments seamlessly, integration between applications, data, infrastructure, and that again enables our customers to be able to take advantage of cloud, be it AWS, be it GCP, be it Microsoft Azure. They can take advantage of the reduction in costs or the increase in performance or whatever that might be that's driving them, but know that they've got surety of the security there, the data, the infrastructure, everything is going to run seamlessly across both environments. So I think a lot of IT companies want to future-proof their solutions going forward because they want to take advantage of things that are going to be coming down the line, and AI is a great example of that, and generative AI. I think the key is being able to modernize without disruption. I mean, that's a tagline that we have, but we also talk about wherever the customer is in their journey. So if they are looking literally to stay on legacy, but want to modernize because they're worried about the fact that there's a lack of resources or there's some area that needs automation, or whether they want to have hybrid where they can take advantage of adding various functions and things in the future, or if they want to move completely away from legacy and completely into the cloud. Wherever they are on the journey, Rocket Software has the ability to help them from a security, from a performance, from a data, from an infrastructure point of view to manage that. Firstly is, as I mentioned earlier, that alignment to business. Secondly is, who are the stakeholders? Who are the people that are going to be benefit from that? And have you brought them on that same journey? And then thirdly, is the vendor you're choosing able to prove that they've done this time and time again? In Rocket's case, we have 12,500 customers across the world where we've done everything from modernization, through hybrid, through, allowing people to move off the legacy environment.